Hi there. This video is an update to a previous video of the B9 collar that I'm making. If you look at it, this is basically the structure of the collar, and this would fit the version 2 torso. Now this is 3D printed and has undergone many changes. I've been working on this for over a year, and I think I'm at that spot where I feel comfortable to leave it as is, providing me what I want, something light, something durable, at the same time adjustable. And I'll show you what I mean by adjustable in a moment. So it took me a while to do this because the bottom plate, this one right here, I just finished that today on my updated machine, which I'm calling the Crender 6. It's a CR10 S5, which no longer is a CR10 because it has a Victory Tech motherboard screen and a Marlin 2.08 firmware, which I updated. So pretty much it's a new machine in all the words of the sense. So what's new with this? Well, previously I had this mount here so I could actually adjust back and forth, because sometimes the gear just grinds into this. So I made this adjustable so I could bring it back or forth, and I could lock it in place once I'm happy with it. How good is this? I tested on my previous version, it was great. How good is it now? I still have to do some tests. I have the gear right there from last one, and it fits fine, and it turns around nicely, and I don't have what I used to have before, that back and forth or sway motion that was driving me insane. The other one is another motor. No, you do not need two motors, but I made this plate so I can actually use the typical motor that the club uses and this other motor, which, if you can see there, it's from Servo City. And Dave Schulpius have provided me with this many times. And if I remember, planetary gear, part number something. If I remember, I'll make sure I put that information in the description. If it's not there, let me know and I'll edit the description. The other motor I could use is this motor. Also provided, information provided by Dave Schulpius. It's the same base, so it fits here nicely, and it provides feedback. I have not connected this yet. I will connect it once I have everything in place. So this motor fits here as well. Alright, it's there. Not to worry about. So this particular motor was something that took me a while to make this adjustable as well. If you notice, it has a gap here so I could bring this back and forth. And just to look at how it looked after installed, it's a 16-2 4mm shaft, so I could fit that motor nicely. And I have placed it there, and it turns out fine. This gear right here is an updated gear. I had to draw this in Fusion 360. It took a while, but this I did last time, like a year ago. And I still have the file, so if I need to make modification to it, I can. Why did I make this new gear? Well, first of all, if you notice, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is only 4. The Lazy Susan that it has is different. The Lazy Susan I have installed is one that I purchased, excuse me, off on eBay. Sorry, not on eBay, Amazon. It has 4 holes, and that's it. So I had to change the foot pattern of that gear in order to accommodate this. Then my my top plate, which you cannot see because it actually is partially covered. This is a cover of this plate here. It actually contains the holes, so underneath, when you try to put these screws on, you have the 4 holes, so you could tighten them one at a time, but all at once. What do I mean? Show you in a moment. Alright, the magic It's here. See, that's one hole. That's the other hole. 3 and 4. You notice that's the motor that's installed on the other side. And I did install these brass fittings. Not brass fittings. They're brass, but not fittings. What would you call these? Inserts. Brass inserts. So I could attach the Lazy Susan to the brass inserts instead of directly to the plate, which is plastic, or PLA in this case. It's PLA plus, which means it's stronger. And then this here is the bottom part of the bottom plate. And these are what I call the risers, with holes in them for two purposes. First purpose, to make them lighter. Second purpose, it looks cool. So that other motor that I mentioned is right here, item number 4752, a 32mm metal gear motor. You get this on Servo City, or I guess you could also do a Google search on different places they could sell this. Odds are you might even have it. So that's for the substitution of that motor right there. The other one, I'll try to look for the link later. So this is the updated version of for my collar. I still need the ribs. I'm actually designing a tool so I could bend these acrylic rods. So I just have to place them in here. And if you notice, it's a nice fit. The advantage of this, they'll be all equally spaced. Nothing to worry about it being to side. There might be some, but not appreciate. You won't be able to see it with the naked eye. This one up here is the same thing. Fits like a glove. And then I also added that top plate here. So when I install this, you won't see anything on that. On the bottom, I might be compelled to place some sort of plate. Not too sure. It's all up for grabs. So there you have it. So this is the basic structure. It took me over, one roll of filament to get the bottom plate done. No, under one roll of filament. There was a lot of mistakes, a lot of errors, until I was able to get this right. A long time printing, but again, I print this slowly, so I'm not in any rush. So we have top plate modified to use the club motor, motor number 1 and motor number 2, as recommended by Dave Schulpius. I'll put that over here. Yeah, right. Also a Lazy Susan, which I have here. Just put it back where it was. Lazy Susan, this is the number I have for it. It's a 10-inch Lazy Susan. So if you're interested in getting this, just go on to Amazon, search for 10-inch Lazy Susan. Forgot the name of the company, but I'll try to list that as well. I'll try to list as much as I can of everything I've used here. The PLA Plus is from TC Bears. It's a silver filament. Why did I select this? Well, first of all, let me grab my pointer again. You won't see these because remember there's a shroud around it that's dark. You won't see those. But when you look at the side, if you see the acrylic rod and you see this, if I put this in any other color, it's possible the person might pick that up. But placing it silver, especially like this, gives it an impression that it's metal. And that's it. That's my main reason for that. Hopefully the next things that I'll be doing is the radar pan. I have to do the radar pan to fit this one here. That's in the works. Along with the ribs, my tool for the ribs. I hope to be doing that. So there's still more to do. I'm fine. It only took me over a year to do this. I have my 3D printed version. The 3D printed version will not, it has too much gap for this one. So I cannot use my 3D printed version of the rib with this one. This version, although 3D printed again, this is to accommodate the 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch extruded rod, acrylic rod, or bar. Alright, that's it. If you have any questions, concerns, just let me know. Alright, again, I'll try to put as much information of this on the description, but if I miss out on anything, let me know. Disclaimer, I do not receive 1 penny out of any of these things, so TC Bears, I don't receive anything. No fulfillment from Reality, nothing from, just headaches. Ender, I don't receive anything from Big Tree Tech, nothing. From Palu, nothing. For Servo City, I just got a sticker, that's all, but nothing. The Lazy Susan, Amazon, anyone that I mention here, I just mentioned it because I just want to get out the information. Alright? Good, well, you guys enjoy. Guys and gals, I should say. And like I always say, or I try always to remember, print, build, and enjoy. Have a great one. Okay.